Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I know it's another day. You're not used to seeing me on live. But hop on. Tell me where you're from. Say hi. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. So thank you for tuning in to my Whatever Wednesday, which I used to do Whatever Wednesdays. Maybe I should bring those back and then just do whatever, right? So don't forget, grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. So today, or tonight, what I'm going to work on is I'm going to be showing you the paper pumpkin for April. And I wasn't sure about, what this one was going to look like, but I got to tell you, I absolutely love it. So I'm just waiting to see who's on, and then I'm going to flip the camera. So one thing I do want to remind everybody, I posted it. The retired list is out. So it's out on my Facebook page. Hi, Fran. Just go to my Facebook page where you are now and look for the retired list icon and click on that, and you can see what's being retired. Also, you can just, if you get my newsletter, I've already sent the newsletter out. You should have it in your email. If you want to be on my newsletter, just send me a message, okay? Either private message me through Facebook or email me. Hey, Winann. Hey, Steph. Okay, so a couple of things. So the retired list is out there. Yes, I know when you see it, it looks very long. So let me show you the way it prints off on my computer. It looks like an eye chart. And there's 6 pages of it. But a couple of things I want to make sure you understand, okay? A lot of people have already contacted me about the blends. Now, the blends, if it's an in color that's going away, yeah, that's retiring. But if you look at the bottom of your list, there's little asterisks, and some of those things say these products are not retiring, they're being reconfigured. What does that mean? Well, where you bought one blend, now they may be doing the combos, okay? So they're going to package it in 2s. So you really got to read the fine print, okay? If you have any questions, always, always, always ask me, okay? The other question, I know I have already got a call on it, the snail. You'll see the snail on the retiring list. Don't fret, okay? Don't fret. All I can tell you is there is something else that will be available that you will love, okay? The other thing is, if you really want to see the new catalog, we do have it available online for demonstrators. How can you see that? Join my team. Join it now. You can not only see the catalog, have access to it. On May 5th, you will be able to do a pre-order. Just saying. Okay, so who wants to get stamping here? Okay. Okay, you didn't get the retired list? Okay, I'll do that right after I finish my Facebook Live, or just when we're done with the Facebook Live. If you go down, if you scroll down, you'll see it on my Facebook page here, my business page, and you can click on it. It'll take you right to the list, but I'll also email it to you. Okay, sorry about that. I'm not sure why you didn't get it. Okay, and anybody else that needs it, just let me know. So let me flip the camera. And this is this month's paper pumpkin for April. If you'd like to order from me, just go to stampersdelight.com. Don't forget to use my host code. If it's more than $150, don't use the host code because you want the hostess rewards. Okay? All right, so let's move that out of the way. And let's open this up and see what we get here. I got this kind of zoomed in, so okay. So, of course, next month, they're telling us to guess what in color is going to be added in there. That's pretty cool. I got a sneak peek on the in colors, and you're going to love them. I have to be careful because I might slip up here, and I really can't do that. Okay, well, and again, if you're not a demonstrator, you don't see the stuff we see, and we cannot share it. Okay, let me just bring this down a little bit. But you will be happy. Yes, Steph, you will be happy with everything that's out there. Okay, so we got some ribbon. We got some nice pink ribbon here. Let me just open that up. I believe that's Rococo Rose. And we've got our little Pear Pizzazz. And we've got this great stamp set. And it's all about family. And the sayings are really great. I'll always be here for you, family, and then it has a dash, where life begins and love never ends. A family tree, sister, daughter, brother, mom, happy Mother's Day, to my wonderful, and then you can put whatever you want in there. Okay. All right, so let's open this up. Now, I try to do this carefully because I like to save my tissue paper. Not necessarily the box. I used to save the boxes, but I got so many of them. Okay, so we're going to throw that over there and open this up. All right. Let's see what we got. Now, you're going to want to stay till the end, as always. Okay, so here we have the instructions. And it's 2 cards. There's 2 different cards here. And, of course, you know the instructions on here. I'll tell you a funny story when we're done with that. Well, when I'm done showing you. We got some colored pearls. Now I'll bring it back in so you can see it better. Okay, that's good. Whoop, little too close. Won't be able to see me stamping. Okay, so we got some colored pearls. Of course, we got some mini dimensionals. 2 different envelopes with the nice colored lids. You know what I mean. It's late. I will tell you that this goes on the card, and this saying is so absolutely beautiful. If you look at this card where it goes on, that leaf covers it up. And I made one like that, but I just could not see covering this beautiful saying up. It's just gorgeous. And we have the card bases. So we've got 4 of these card bases that go like this. You'll see these are a Z fold. I'll fold them in a minute. And of course they match that. Then we have these 4. Okay, and this flips up. Okay, and that matches the other envelopes here. We've got those leaves, and as always, there's more than you need. The die cuts right here. This is the leaf. You end up with more than you need, so you can make some alternative projects, which is what I'm basically going to do. The reason I do that is by the time I get on here to do this, if you get the paper pumpkin, you already know what the kit looks like. If you don't get it, the video from Paper Pumpkin's already out there, so you see what you can do with the kit. So I like to show you other things that you can do with it, because that's really important. Okay, so there you have the leaf. And then you're going to want to save this because you can use that as a stencil. Get 2 sheets of that. And as always, they give you the die cuts for your sayings. Now, if you look again at the paper, we're only using this one and the other one here, the green. But then they give you inside or on the back the other die cuts, because they give you a couple of alternative projects here too. Okay, so they already give you extra ideas, plus they give you extra pieces. Here we got the light green. This actually says pear pizzazz, but to me it looks more like the seafoam green. And then we got the yellow. We've got these great little trees for the family tree. We got some glue dots. And then we got these cute little butterflies and some little birds. Okay, so that's everything we get in the kit. Now, bringing this back in, you see the 2 cards here. So let me show you the 2 cards. This card right here is the one I was telling you about. That's a Z fold. So when you fold it, it should look like a Z. And that goes like, that opens like this. I always like to do at least 1 card that they show. But you see what I mean? That leaf, it covers up that beautiful saying. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Joanne. But I had to make one like that, and then I'll show you a few others that I did. So that's the Z fold. Now, the next one I got to say is hysterical, because this one, I actually got my paper pumpkin before the video came out, because, you know, there's a video that goes to it, so I don't read instructions. I like to watch the video. Well, I couldn't figure this one out for the life of me. I'll show you what I did with it, but this is the right way. Okay, so the tree gets glued up here, and when you lift it up like this. Okay, make sense? So you're going to fold that in, and this folds that way. So the tree's only glued up in this part, and you don't glue it here. But I couldn't for the life of me figure out what I was supposed to do with that. What can I tell you? It must have been a tired night. So what I did, when I realized I did it wrong, I just made an alternative. So here's my alternative to start with. Looks the same, right? Look the same here. Let me bring that in. Looks the same, sort of. I got to keep it close. Looks the same, except for what I did was I glued the bottom. I glued the bottom to that piece so that it opens this way. But when I did that and I opened it, it just had this, all the leaves there, and it looked kind of funny. So I added the tree trunk that comes in the stamp sets. So it looks like this. And then you flip it open, and you got another tree. I think I fixed that pretty good. What do you think? I kind of liked it like this, but I just didn't like that being too bare. So that was my first alternative, which I did because I made a mistake. And as my friend Winann says, there's no mistakes in stamping. It's just creative differences. And she's on here, so she'll get a kick out of that. Okay, so let me bring in the other card again. This is the other card that goes with it. Okay. And we're going to just lay out the real ones right here so you can see the alternatives. Okay, so I already showed you that one alternative. Let me show you another alternative I did using this card base. Whoop. That's a cute mistake. Thanks. Using this card base, I did it this way. Now, when you see those cards, let me just bring it in again. When you see those cards, you see that they have some leaves here, and then you stamp this stamp over it. Okay, well, what I did here was I didn't do that, and I just put one of the leaves on there from the other card. So this is an alternative, and of course I used the other die cut piece. And this is just a strip that you would normally throw away. Okay. And that was one alternative I did. So it was a combination, really, of both of these. And then, let's see. Then I did, using this one, because, like I said, I really like that saying, and I didn't want to put that leaf in front of it. I just left the saying like that and used the butterflies and some of the pearls, and then of course we have some little butterflies. That's a stamp that's with it. So again, I'll always be here for you. And this saying is just absolutely I love it. I love it. So that was my next alternative. Oh, there's the envelope for that one. So this one, I think, okay, and this one I changed up a little bit. Again, this is the way it looked in the on the paper, the directions. And I changed it up again by using a different die cut with the saying. I put a bow here instead of under here. Again, I covered up that nice saying. And then, of course, I did this a little different. So I didn't put anything on the inside of that one yet. So you can see these are all just a little bit different. And I'll put still shots up later so you can see the difference on all of these. Then what I did was I used some of the extras and made some other cards. So let's move these out of here. Those are just all kind of alternatives. This one, I used the terracotta tile, and I made a card for my brother. Now, this was the designer series paper. It's in our catalog, and I cut that down 4 by 5 1/4. And then this strip is just a piece of the opposite side of this. And what I did was I inked up that stamp, which is this stamp for the leaves. And you see I had an extra tree branch left. So I inked it up in crushed curry. And then I just did the rock and roll around the edges in the terracotta tile. So you have some of those great little fall leaves. Hi, Mary Ellen. And then I put a couple birds on there, and this will be a card for my brother. And I also have, when you have a 6x6 piece of cardstock or designer series paper, you cut it down. You have that nice strip, and you can see I used the opposite side on that. So again, this is using an extra piece that was left over. Of course, the birds. Oh, yeah, I showed you the birds. We have a lot of birds and a lot of butterflies left over, so I used those for him. And then this was a piece of our crushed curry ribbon. Okay. I'm going to put these, and I will take the pictures later. I'm going to move these up here. Move that one up there. And the next one I did, okay, was I used the Z-fold again, but instead of using that nice saying on the front, I just stamped a nice little, a nice little tree there. And something fell off here because I did have something in the middle. I think it was one of my butterflies. So let me stick the butterfly back on. I know there was something in the middle there. It must have fallen off. So let's go ahead and put him right back on there. Where is my... I have my glue dots, but I'm going to use my snail. It's just quicker. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little snail there and add that butterfly right there. Okay, so again, this is just another little one that's different. And then I put the saying inside. You see how I covered up the saying? But I put the saying inside because then you can read it. And it says, life's greatest blessings begin and end with family. It is in family that we learn to love, teach what is most important, and grow together in love and laughter. Grateful for you. Happy to be yours. And that's why I said it's such a beautiful saying. We really don't want to cover it up, so I did it that way. So that was an alternative. This one was just white cardstock. I ran it through the Big Shot with our Ornate Garden embossing folder. And again, with an extra piece of leaf that was left over and some extra birds that we had and butterflies. I made a Mother's Day card and of course the crushed curry ribbon that's in the annual catalog. So let me bring that up. Very simple, but oh so nice card. Whoop. Would help if I could open it. Okay. And then I opened it. Where family begins, where life begins and love never ends. Mom. So this is for my mom. So that's another different one you can do. So I'm going to do some stamping now. And I actually have the projects over here, but I'm not going to show you yet. I'm going to hide it because I think you're going to love it. Okay. So I'm going to bring in a piece of Very Vanilla. I don't normally stamp the ones that come with the kit because you can see those. So I like to show you a little, more alternatives. Okay, so we're going to do alternatives because you already know what the ones in the kit look like. Okay, so here's a piece of Very Vanilla. And then let's see. I should have missing my red. Okay. I need a piece of red. I thought I cut that. Where did I put my red? I may have left that on the other table. Let me just grab that. I did. Okay. I'm going to layer a piece of red on there. So let me bring in my paper trimmer. I have everything so neat and organized when I start this. Okay. I'm going to cut this. Make that 4 by 5 1/4. If you hear anything drop, it's just falling off my table. And I'm going to go ahead and snail that right down to my very vanilla. Okay. Then I took a piece. This is from the Best Dressed Designer Series paper. But I'm going to use this side, the cute little polka dot side. And I'm just going to snail that down. Layer that right up on here. Okay. Now, does anybody see what that looks like? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't to you, but it does to me. So let me show you what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to bring this in. And I think I will use... I think I'm going to use the off-white. I'll use the off-white. Okay. I'm going to bring in 2 colors here. I'm going to do mint macaroon. Ink that up. Somewhere I'm going to find my stamp pad, my cushion here. I know it's over here somewhere. Might have to do without it today. Oh, there it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this up. Just like that. Then I'm going to clean it off. Wow, I really can't find anything in this mess tonight. Okay. And I'm just going to clean this off because I'm going to do it again in a different color. I think it's because I'm discombobulated because I'm not usually on Wednesdays. All right, I'm going to bring this in Blushing Bride. Oh, yeah, I lose stuff in front of me all the time, and I'll walk by it 20 times looking for it. And I'm just going to stamp one of these right here. This is Blushing Bride. Okay, so I'm done with those colors. Let me close them up. I think you'll know what I'm going to do when you see this. When you see me start cutting. As soon as I find my scissors. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to fussy cut these a little bit. Actually going to make them rounded. So I'm not trying to cut inside there. I'm actually rounding them out. There's one. Here's the other one. Okay. There's those 2 pieces. Throw that out of there. Okay. So I got these 2 pieces. Now this is going to give it away. Are you ready? Okay. So I have a piece of crumb cake and I ran it through a die that embossing folder. We have the basket weave, which is already sold out, unfortunately. But to me, this looked like it would work the best. I'm going to bring this in. And I'm going to cut it at an angle. Anybody know what it is yet? You will in a second. Okay. Okay, so I don't really like the way that came out, so I have to cut it down a little bit. Let's see. I need to do it. Yeah, that's good. Okay. You'll see why in a minute. Okay, there's my piece I want. I'm going to put it right here, but it's still too long, so I'm still going to trim off a little piece. A little bit more. That might be big enough or small enough. Let's see. Actually, put that on crooked, too. Okay, that's going to go right here. Nope, still a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to use the scissors, I think, in a minute. I'm going to trim just a tad more. You got it. You got it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to snail this down. in the corner like that. I'm going to take these two pieces, and I've got put these on dimensionals. You guessed it. We got a scoop of pistachio, and we've got a scoop of strawberry. Okay, but I'm not done yet. I'm going to bring in this piece of red and a little strip of white. I'm going to bring in from, this is from Welcome Easter. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. Maybe it's not. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, this is from Welcome Easter, and it says, Sweet Friend. I thought that was perfect because it's a sweet treat, right? Yeah, I got an ice cream cone. So we're going to put Sweet Friend. I'm just going to cut this and trim that. Whoop. I forget you can't see me. I'm going to go ahead and snail this right up here. Okay, I'm going to grab, again, I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Yeah, I just thought that looked like a waffle cone when I did it that way. And I'm going to put Sweet Friend right there. The inside I'm using comes from Music from the Heart, which says Happy Birthday. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in some red rhinestones and put some sprinkles on it. You could use different color rhinestones if you wanted to. And I'm just going to add some red sprinkles to my ice cream cones. So there we have an ice cream cone card. And then, of course, I made the matching envelope. What do you think? You like that one? I'll bring in my card that I did ahead of time. You can see I did it on white. The background was white. So that was another alternative. Now I'm going to bring in something else. We're going to do another one. I could have played with this one for hours, but I thought you might get tired of me. Okay, so this is a piece of our Whisper White, the thick cardstock, because I am using it as my base. And somewhere around here is my, okay, well, it's here somewhere, but we're just going to fold it because it's buried again. Okay. There's my base, which I just folded wrong. Okay, we'll fix that. I know it's here. Okay, there's my base. All right. Now, I'm going to bring in, I need some Designer Series paper. I want Designer Series paper for this. So where is that one? Let me just grab a piece of Designer Series paper because I think I'm going to layer that on Designer Series paper. All right. So again, I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. Put that envelope aside. And I'm going to make this 4 by 5 1/4. And I'll save that for the envelope. I actually have a piece over here. Okay. So this is going to layer right on top of here, and I can go ahead and do that. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Okay, so we're going to leave that. Now I'm going to bring in 2 pieces that I've already cut out. This is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and this is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. This is Rococo Rose, and of course this is white. Okay, and from the stamp set Beautiful You, which you definitely want to get now because that is on the retired list, and this is one of my favorites. I'm going to bring this stamp in, and I'm going to bring in my black marker. And this is not a cling set, so this one tends to fall off. I just put a little snail on there when it gets loose. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to color just the top piece. Only want the top half of her body here. I'm going to huff on it, so that's another technique. Make it moist so it stamps. I'm going to stamp just that front of her, the top of her. I'm going to bring back in this stamp. This time I'm going to bring it in with the Rococo Rose. And I'm going to line that up. And she's got a nice pretty dress. Hi, Linda. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in that ribbon that comes with the kit. And I'm going to tie a bow. I just want a tiny bow, so it takes me a few minutes. Yes, definitely share my videos. I'm getting so many followers. I love it. And the more followers I get, the more I tell my husband that I should be able to retire early and do more videos, right? I think so. Sounds like a plan to me. Okay. So now I have a cute little bow here. And I'm going to bring in those glue dots. And my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to put 2 of them right here. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, well, I'll leave that on there. I'm going to color a little bit. So I'm going to bring in the petal pink, and I'm just going to do up her top there. So I colored a lot there with just the dark. Now remember, I used a marker, so you really want to be careful because the marker will bleed a little bit. Okay, so I added a little color there. Okay, and now I'll go back to putting my bow on the back of her dress. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer that right on top of that Rococo Rose. Right there. Okay. I'm going to bring in the word celebrate. I just want to make sure it's on there. Celebrate from the stamp set. Beautiful You. I love this stamp set. And I'm just going to stamp that right there. Celebrate. I'm going to flip that over. And I am going to grab some dimensionals. It looks like this one's almost done, so I can use the side pieces. I love the side pieces, but you already know that because I tell you that every time, don't I? Okay. I'll put one there. I might as well use the whole thing up. Don't need that many, but just came right off. I think I got too many on there. Let's get them off. Okay. I'm going to bring that in and put that right in the middle here. Then I'm going to bring in the Rococo Rose again, and from that beautiful U set. Whoops, see, this is coming off again, so I'll just add a little snail. I think my Tombow that I put on there to hold it dried out. And it says, live, laugh, love. Live with passion, laugh out loud, and love deeply. Again, one of my favorite sets. And it is on the retired list. There we go. Now to finish it off, guess what does it need? It needs more bling. Doesn't she? So we'll just add some champagne rhinestones on her dress. There we go. And then we'll take the envelope with the strip that was left over. And we'll go ahead and glue that down. Trim that. And we have a girl dancing in a beautiful dress. Okay, I'll show you another one that I did with just a little bit different, where I layered it up a little bit more with the Rococo Rose base here. This one I didn't put another base on there. And I used the Petal Pink ribbon for her there. So that's another one you can do. Okay, let's try one more here. Let's see. Now I've got my mint macaroon. And I really have to find my bone folder. I know it's in here. Let's just see. I just had it, didn't I? All right. Well, I know it's on this table somewhere. Okay, we're just going to wing it. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer this up. It just drives me crazy because I like my bone folder. And so this is a mint macaroon. Then I've got some old olive. And then I've got a piece of the garden, I forgot what it was, garden something in the big catalog. And I'm going to layer that up there. And I haven't done this one yet, so I'm kind of thinking out loud here. So let's see what we can do with this one. I'm going to grab some ribbon. If I can find the ribbon that I want. Let's see which ribbon I want to grab. I'll be right there. Just trying to figure out which ribbon I want to use. And I'm not sure yet. Okay. Might not do that one. I thought I had the one I wanted there. All right, well, we're just going to forget about that for a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this, like I said, I'm not usually on Wednesdays, and I usually have myself together for when I am. Okay, I'm going to bring in a couple of those extra pieces that we have. Now, remember this one. And this piece. Okay, so this is actually a stencil now. So I'm going to grab a sponge. Do I have a sponge here? I sure do. And I am going to, I don't know if this is going to come out, but we're going to try it. I think I'll use the Pear Pizzazz because that's the color that comes with it. Okay, and I'm just going to sponge. Let me see how this looks as a mask or a stencil. That one piece sticking up, but I'm going to just, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try it. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, kind of pretty. Now I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to use a different green. I'm going to use the mint macaron. I'm going to use the same sponge. I'm just going to wipe it off a little bit. And then I'm just going to, that's bent a little bit, but get some mint macaron in there. And I'm going to go ahead and do a lighter one. Just sponging and using it as a stencil. Okay, let's see how that looks. Ooh, yeah. What do you think? You can't hear anything? Can everybody else hear me? I'm going kind of late, so I hope I don't get kicked off. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this back in. Just let me know you can hear me. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this up together. Can anybody else hear me? Because Deborah's saying she can't hear me. I think everybody else can. Okay, I'm going to glue that there. I'm going to glue that down there. Oh, you can hear it? Good, Judy. Okay, so I know everybody else can hear me. Okay, I'm going to layer that right there. You see why I picked this paper from the annual catalog? Because it reminds me of this. This is going to go right in the middle. But before I do that, I'm going to bring in this one. Poke this one out. Oh, never mind. I knew I poked one out. We'll put that one right here. We're going to put that right there. But we're going to grab the mini dimensionals on this. I'm going to pop that one up. Okay, so this is going to have some mini dimensionals on it. I wanted to use my Swiss dotted ribbon, but I don't know where it went, so might be a pink ribbon on this one. Might be no ribbon at all. Might not need a ribbon. We'll see. I'm putting one on each leaf because I really want the leaves to stay down. Again, thank you for tuning in on a Wednesday with me. Okay, so I'm going to put that one right in the middle of the two that I stenciled. This is going to go right here. So I'm going to go ahead and layer that down. And then let's see. I think I'll bring in some butterflies. Maybe a bird. I think it would look just fine the way it is. I think I'll bring in this ribbon, this pretty pink ribbon. Make a bow right here. Let me just see. Light. I think I'll use the light pink. Okay, I'm going to bring in glue dot, glue dot. Just put that bow right there. And then grab my butterfly. Maybe the little bird. Nope. Okay, the butterfly is going to go on this side. He's going to go over here, and the bird's going to go on there. So the butterfly that I'm using, again, I'm going to do that at dimensional. And then grab another butterfly, because I really like the butterflies. The birds are cute, but I really like the butterflies. Put him right up there. This little guy, I'm just going to put a little snail on him. Put him right here. Okay, and then of course we have those nice little colored pearls. So we're going to go ahead and take the blue one, put that right there, put that right there, and then just put maybe a couple of yellows. Maybe one there, one here, maybe one more. Put it right over here. Okay, then I'm going to bring in my saying. Let's see what I have for tags here. You know, I have my little tags on the side here. So let's see what little tags will work if I decide on a tag. Let's see what colors I have that would go pretty well with that. Oh, this one would go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Since we got the pink here, I got a pink one there. We're going to use that. And I have I'll always be here for you. So let's use to do something a little darker. Okay, so we're going to use the darker green. We're going to use the Pear Pizzazz. Forget about the matte. That's buried again. I'm going to put that right there. That's going to go right here. And I'm just going to snip that when I get to it. I think I'll lay it down first. Okay, so I'm going to put this on dimensionals too. Since I have my small ones here, I'll go ahead with the small ones. We're puffing that one up too. This is just, I'm winging this card here. Okay. And then, since I don't have my paper snips, I want really sharp scissors. I'm going to go with this. I'm going to bring this right here. Snip that. Put one more. Still cut that a little crooked. Okay, I need to straighten that out. Let me do it this way. Just a tad. My paper snips would have worked better. There we go. And we're just going to put a dimensional here so that's not flying around. I'll always be here for you. And then grab an insert. Butterflies and winging it. Yeah, I didn't think of that. And there we go. I got the inside. And let's see. I think we have a cute little piece of leaf here. We'll use that one. This block is way too big for it, but... And let me grab my Pear Pizzazz. I don't know what the saying I'm going to use inside is, so I'll just put a little doodad in there. So there's another alternative. And of course, I still have all these pieces left in the whole kit, this whole kit. That, what I used was, you know, pieces from my first kit. So I really have a lot of pieces left over, and I could keep on going with this. I do want to show you one other thing. So this is a sneak peek that I did on a scrapbook page that I use this kit for. I think I had told you that's our orange groves for my family in Sicily, and this is our fresh squeezed oranges. So let me move this out a little bit, because what I want to do is not a card, but I'm just going to grab a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. Now this is our seafoam, and here's Pizzazz, and here's that paper that I like so much. And I'm going to trim this down. Grab the paper trimmer. And I'm just going to make a quick, real quick, easy page. Haven't done this yet either, but okay. I think I'm going to do 2 inches here. So I'm just going to do 2 inches. For those of you that don't know, I also have a Facebook group page for scrapbooking. Stampers Delight Scrapbooking, and I do share most of these ideas on all my pages, but sometimes I don't, so you want to sign up for that page too. Okay, so this, I'm going to put this strip right here. Oh, your Wi-Fi went out. Okay, it's probably because I'm on so long. Okay, I'm just going to layer that right there. Okay, I'm going to take these pieces, and like I said, this is just a last-minute quick scrapbook page. So I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do 4 by 6 because most of my pictures are 4 by 6, and then I trim them down. So let me do a couple of these. I don't even know if this is going to look right, but I'm going to try it. Okay, that's 4 by 6. Okay. This would be 4 page right there. Now, the reason I wanted to do this was because I wanted to use these cards for family. Okay, so this I'm going to glue right on here. I am not a great, I'm not the world's best scrapbooker, trust me. I wing most of it. Okay, I'm going to layer that right up there. I'm going to bring my paper trimmer back in. I'm kind of rushing now because I'm worried that I might get kicked off. Facebook is being nice to me right now. I'm going to go ahead and trim that. I'm going to trim that so it's matted. A lot of times I don't mat my pictures, and then sometimes I do. Really depends on my mood. That's going to go right there. I think I'll do it this way. Actually, if I do this, I could have another picture right here, and I have the small piece right there. Ooh, perfect. I like that. Quick, easy scrapbook page. The journaling, what I do, and this is just the way I do it, and I had put this on my scrapbook group today. Somebody had asked me. I print out my pictures. I lay them out. I decide what colors I'm going to use. I go ahead and do either my page or my whole book. And then I go back and journal everything. I don't journal as I'm doing it. I want to get the pictures down. That's just the way I do it. And then I go back, I journal, and then I add any memorabilia. Maybe if it's you went to a play or something like that, you add your tickets. That's just the way I do it. Okay, so there we have that. Now I'm going to bring in, let's see, where is it? I put it over here. Okay. I promise I'm almost done. And I will let you all go. And I'll be back Friday morning at 7 a.m. Don't forget to look at that retired list. Trust me, especially the punches and the re-inkers for the in colors that are going out, they will go fast. Okay, so I want this little leave thing here too. Put that right there. Yeah. And I think I'll just put snail on that. Okay. I'm just going to lay that right there. Then I'm going to bring in the little butterflies again. And maybe a couple of the birds. Let's see. The birds don't really show up there because of the color, so maybe I'll put the little bird there. But I really like the butterflies, so I'm going to use these butterflies. I think I'll use that. Okay. I might not get to the still shots till tomorrow, but I definitely will add everything on here and update this. Like the stamp sets that I use, the sayings and everything. And because I like bling, I'm going to bring in those champagne ones. Oh, you know what? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll use the little... Yeah, I'll use these. All right, no bling. I'll bring these guys in. And we'll just add a little more color. Here we go. And there's my cute, quick little scrapbook page using the paper pumpkin. Mainly because I just love this saying, and that I want to show off. So I really hope you Thanks, Yvette. I really hope you enjoyed this segment of Whatever Wednesday. And my scrapbook page, let me bring in the cards again. And then I have one other thing. Okay, so here's the one that I did with stenciling. The girls in the dresses. Yeah, tomorrow I will have the still shots done. My ice cream cones. Yeah, I didn't attach the bird. I moved him over. I decided I didn't want him on there. My ice cream cones. And then, of course, my Mother's Day card. And we've got the... Wow, I really did get a lot of cards out of this. And I'm not even done yet, right? Oh, let's bring these in. I have to tell you, I love this kit. And I really do like my brother's card. I don't have to worry about showing this because I know he's not going to watch my Facebook Live. Watch. Maybe he will be. Send my brother that. And, of course, the ones that go to the kit. So as always, if you'd like one of my cards and if you're in the US, I can get that out to you. I'll pick a couple of names and I will send out some cards this week. They may be some of these, they may be other ones. If you're not in the US, please send me your name and address anyway. As soon as we can get to the post office and get some international stamps, I will. Okay, we're trying to stay out of there, but just send, hi Jean. Just send me your address. I do have a list of people that I will be sending them to. And then here's my other one. So these are all the cards. What do you think? Okay, so let me move this out of the way. And then I'm going to do this. Okay, I have, where'd we put it? You're going to want to, there's the stamp. This is my stamp set. Here's the other stamp set. So I get two kits. I play with one first and then, I show you one. So here's a stamp set. Here's the ink pad that goes with it. I'm going to put that right in this little thing here. I'm going to put that in there. And then I am going to take a tag out of my bunch here. And these are those tags and washi tape and little doodads that are in a catalog that are also going away. That's my step. I'm going to put that right here. Put that right there. Oh, I wanted the green one, but that one will do. This saying is the one that says, family, where life begins and love never ends. Let's see if it'll fit on here. Yes, it will. I'm going to put that right here because I think of you as my stamping family. Isn't that cute? Okay. So that's the last thing I want to show you, with the exception of, are you ready? You got to be ready for this. The first person in the U.S. that says, me, right now, I will send this to you. Again, you have to be in the U.S., okay? Me. That's what I want to see on the comments. First person. That's why I told you to stay till the end. Deborah Babcock. You got it. Nope, Deborah, you were the first one. Okay, Deborah Babcock. I will send this to you, Deborah. I think I do have your address. Actually, just send it to me anyway, just in case. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, you know what? I actually have a second one here. This was from another paper pumpkin that nobody claimed. I'm just going to put a thing on it right now. So me is Deborah. This one's going to say, I'll always be there for you. Let's just grab the green again. So Deborah, definitely send me your address, okay? I think I have it, but I'm not sure, so just send it to me anyway. Okay, this one says, I'll always be there. I'll always be here for you. And yes, my stamping friends, I will always be here for you. So let's see. The first one that says, I don't know. I got to think of a word because I know you're all going to be waiting. What's a good one? Let's go with, I can't think of anything. Okay, let's just go with you, okay? I couldn't think of anything else. No more me's. It's you. U.S. only. Geraldine, but you're in Australia. Geraldine, aren't you in Australia? Has to be U.S., honey. Yeah, she's laughing. Okay, I'm still waiting for you. Okay. Jenna Spires, are you in the U.S.? I think you're in, I thought you were in Australia also. Okay, Janice, can you let me know if you're in Australia or the U.S. or just let me know if you're in the U.S.? I'm not sure if she's hearing me. Yes, you're in the U.S.? Send me your address then. You're in the U.S.? Oh, Geraldine, you're in Canada. Okay. Oh, Janice, okay. I don't know why I thought you were in, I thought you were in Australia. I don't know why. I can't keep everybody straight where they're from. I apologize. Okay. So, Janice, send me your address. Okay? And I will get those out to you, ladies. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's why, because I have a large fan base in Australia. I love all of you. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great evening. I will see you back here Friday morning at 7 a.m. Okay? Until then, keep on stamping, stampers. Bye.